Claude Code literally made this in under 5 prompts. I have Bootoshi right now, the creator of this animation right now. And what we're watching is what Claude Code is doing with Remotion. And this was not possible like literally a week ago until just right now. And so I'm so excited to have Bootoshi, King Bootoshi, known on X as well. And we are going to be checking out this entire workflow, right? So you have your whole workflow mapped out, and we're going to basically get into how can we create something like this, because I want to use sound effects and make animations and stuff like that. And I have access to Claude Code as well. So dude, take me through your workflow, man.
All right, I got you. I'll be sharing my screen right now. Let's just get right into it because it's really fun and it's also really simple. So first, I want to lay down the foundation of my Claude Code setup. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So first, I have 2 very important existing tools. Anytime I want a CLI tool with Claude Code, I just prompt it to make it, and then I save it into my knowledge bank for Claude. So this is the SFX tool where we could generate sound effects and music from text using 11 Labs API. And it just has options in the CLI it could use, and Claude is really good at prompting. Wow. Then I have the Nano Banana tool, which is the same thing, but for image generation. So I could give Claude access to image references, and it generates images with Claude Code. Now, Remotion dropped that skill for Claude Code. And for people who don't know what Remotion is, it's basically a framework that lets you code videos and lets you code edits for videos as well.
Yeah, I can show people my screen real quick.
Together,
yeah. Here's what the Remotion thing looks like. And this is actually what dropped. And what's kind of crazy is that they made this video using npx skills dash add Remotion or something like that. And that's what you're basically able to do, right? I think.
Yeah, I'll show you the prompt. It literally is just /Remotion combined with everything. So can you see my terminal?
Yeah, maybe make it a little bit bigger to see if we can get some folks to see here. Yeah.
Okay, I'll full screen this
just
perfect.
So we
could walk
through
real quick.
Nice.
Now for reference, I have an asset folder in my computer, which just has 100 of my boot characters. These are little digital collectibles I have on Bitcoin. And I wanted to make, let's see if we can make a fun showcase using the Remotion skill. So I give it access to a couple of things. I just put in the file path to my documents, put in a background for reference use and image gen. And then all of this is just pasting in the Nano Banana CLI tool so it knows how to use it, because I got lazy and I forgot to make it a skill. Now SFX, I did make a skill. I did make it into a skill. So I literally just typed /SFX, and then that prompts the 11 Lab skill. And then I just said use /Remotion best practices. And then I said use the Nano Banana skill plus SFX to generate backgrounds or assets to put it in the background. Use SFX to generate chiptune music to go with the beat of the Remotion song. So I'm literally telling this dude, yo, generate the music, generate the SFX, and align the beat yourself, because I'm not doing that. I have put in parentheses, I think you can set the beat. He set the beat pretty well.
Wow.
And then I just like super brief. I have 102 of my pixel characters called booze in documents asset booze. I went to use the above tools to make a really fun demonstration or video showcasing all of them. Hype, fun, creative, make like a 30-second edit. So I don't have the original like kind of like back and forth and the first prompt it made. Right. But off rip, instantly, Claude is just going in. He's invoking the SFX skill. It didn't work, so they fixed it later.
I see.
It's loading in all of the images in the file, and then just scrolling down past this text. It couldn't see the video, so I give it access to the --Chrome tool, and Claude literally spun up this localhost right here to like see his own video he's clipping. Whoa. Oh god, I was kind of harsh in the first prompt. I was like, I don't like this because it made like some background image that looked really bad instead of using Nano Banana to generate the image.
Yeah.
So I'm like, can you use the background image as a reference to generate something like literal planes with pixel sky or something? And that's how we got this background right here on the left.
I see.
So he's like, got it. I'll use Nano Banana to generate a simple pixel art background. And I'm like, this is cute for reference. And I was like, but it's too slow. I want schizo. I want fast edits. I want fast BPM. Boom, 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 boom.
Right.
And then he goes schizo mode, generates Nano Banana, and then goes through with the Remotion. And after a couple of back and forth, like none of these prompts, oops, totally leaked an expired 11 Labs API key. But back and forth going through, I literally like, bro, like this is not anything complicated. I'm like, oh, what if we add like the boo text stat? And all the prompts are just going back and forth and being like, hey, I like this. Hey, what if you change this? So now on Remotion, it actually opens up a local host on a web so you can
Whoa.
look through it and see everything. So this
No
was the video that
way.
was generated at the end. And you see all these things right here, all these sequences on the bottom. These are all like the SFX that it
No
aligned.
way, bro.
So it was able to
You're
load up the images.
kidding.
And then as each image loaded up, Claude was able to put SFX number 1 at gen, SFX number 2. Let me see if we can make this bigger. SFX number 3.
Dang, bro.
The nice effect right there where it like plays. And then just going through, it's able to, yeah, I literally just said I want it to look like a slot machine instead of a slideshow. I really like this thing at the end it did.
Bro, you're cooking.
All
Absolutely
100
cooking.
of the PNGs and like puts them together in a line. That's what's on over. And this whole process took me like 30 minutes. I was just kind of messing around and playing with it.
Wow. So some ways like
But that
schizo
was pretty
mode,
much the
LOL.
workflow. No, I was
What's
literally,
cooking, man?
just
You
like
are
schizo mode.
cooking right now. Whoa.
Now on the side, just to like show live Remotion.
Okay.
I wanted to see if I could make a Remotion workflow that showed how I made this Remotion workflow, and then get Claude to animate that flow as a visual.
Whoa.
So we could hop into that whenever.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, that's the workflow. If there's any questions.
Yeah, so basically, just to kind of summarize here, you were able to kind of give it some, with Claude Code, the starting base here is, maybe we can kind of get that set up for me, because it sounds like I'm just kind of looking at my screen right now, and I see NPX skills add Remotion. And so that's all I have to do is just add this skill to my actual thing here. So that way I can start to get the stuff kind of going on, right? NPX skills.
Yeah. So switch to your screen, and then just
Okay.
go through the full process of you using Remotion.
Okay,
And
got
then
it. Can I also use this in Cursor too? Because I have an app that, like I already made. So like I have this app called Yeeball, and I already generate all the characters for it, right? So for like the soccer match, I have the little balls, and I have like all these things. So I could probably make like a cool video maybe with this stuff, because the code is already in there with all the different like components of my field and everything like that. How about we do that like as a challenge?
Yeah. I mean, what do you mean in Cursor though? Because you could just open up the directory in Claude, and it could just
okay,
do
cool.
everything.
Yeah, we'll do the ghosty. Yeah. So CD, I think it's called Yeeball workspace.
And then you have all the assets in the in a public folder.
Yeah, it's in there. Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's do
kick off
that.
chaos. Yeah. Kick off chaos. Perfect. So then I just open up.
Ooh, someone said something super interesting in chat.
Okay.
They said, I wonder if you use Gemini's video analyzation on BPM, you could match the text advertisements for a SAS S to bounce and flow on B and an advert. Yeah, you can. It works pretty. Literally, you could just prompt it for that. But yeah, I could do that. It could match the BPM with the beat.
It says, can you incorporate existing video clips? Like, can it understand them in the context and where to place them?
Yes, you can. I have a mini example where I had Claude, like I recorded a video myself with my face full screen, and then I had Claude use Remotion to add an overlay on it. I mean, I could kind of show you guys. It's like, it's not the best, but just to see the outcome.
Yeah. And then I'll pop into your screen. Yeah, let me know when you're ready. Yeah, that's cool. In the meantime, I'm going to try to see if I can pull up this.
I might have lost.
Cool. Yeah. So like, I'll show you real quick of kind of what's the cursor project looks like. That way it's kind of easy to see, like in the, so I made this soccer game for those who are wondering, and I have all these assets. So these are like assets, I have some references for the field. And then this is kind of, let's see if I can go to my little assets and stuff like that. Let's see. Where are my .jpeg? I think it's under public. Ball. Okay. Sprites. Yeah. So all the sprites are in here. So Pixel Lab generated like everything from like the goalies to, let's see, that's teams. So I have Team Anthropic. I have each of the animations for all the different characters and all the different frames as well. So like here are all the characters with all these different frames. And these were all generated for my game. And it has like the rotations as well. And then it generated like a big atlas file. So I have all of the animations as well. And so I'm pretty sure because it's Claude Code, it should know what to do with it, because each team, each character is like in here in these different types of things. And I even have like XAI as well. I think I have them as placeholders. Yeah. So in here I have like Altman. So like Sam Altman basically moving around as a soccer player. Yeah. And then
It's
what
all
else do I have?
generated with Pixel Lab.
Yeah, Pixel Lab AI or Pixel Lab
Oh,
MCP.
it's nutty. Okay, that's sick.
Yeah. So then I think I still have access to the MCP. So I was thinking like I could probably get this set up inside of here too. Um, like, and because it's already in my project, you know what I mean? So it's like, that'll be super easy.
Yeah, I mean, we could try. We could try just a YOLO shot and
Oh,
then
yeah.
just CD into there, open Claude with the Remotion skill.
Okay.
We could try a prompt like, look at all the assets I have and make a promotional video
Oh, I see.
to advertise my game.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
we
Let
could
me
just
just
see. We could
relog in
kind of like
again.
test,
Yeah. I think that's what I'm
see
going to
what
do. I'm
Claude
going
could
to
come
try
up
to,
with,
what's up?
and just see what Claude could come up with on its own.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Do you have something on your screen that you want to share as far as like let's go ahead and answer some of these questions too so that people can ask. Um, what if you made a soccer game for when you load and use Remotion for the home screen and click to play enter the game and then the kind of intro is a loading Pokemon game or something like that? That's what I'm talking about when you have like these Remotion videos, right? Yeah, because it'll give you that. Can you incorporate existing video clips? I think somebody's asking about that. Yeah, that's right. We already answered that, I think. Do you just have
Yes,
a
you
link?
can. I can't find my edit I did though. Let me
Oh,
ask
I see, I
Claude
see.
where it is. My
Yeah.
computer is now Claude's computer. So
Ah. Oh, I
sometimes I
see.
don't be knowing.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm set up for Claude Code now in this new window. Okay, press enter to continue. Okay, cool. Now I'm back. Back, folks. Okay, so now that I'm here, in order to get the Remotion skill installed, all I have to do is just run this npx command, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it goes straight into your skills.
Okay, so I have to be outside of Claude Code to do that. Right. So I'll just do bunx skills. Okay. Resolving. Perfect. Nice. So this is now going to add the Remotion thing. Okay.
Yes, and then if next time you open Claude, so yeah, you go through, you select Claude Code.
Oh, it does have cursor. Oh, cool. Oh, I'll do both. Can I select?
I don't know that.
Oh,
Yeah, you should be able to. Oh, I guess
select.
it's selected
Oh,
all the
detected
agents by
8
default.
agents. So if I do this one plus this one, so I don't know if it means it's selected. I think it's
No,
going to
green is
install them.
selected. Green,
Oh, okay, they are selected.
green
Yeah.
is selected. It's gonna install it on all of them.
Why not? Okay. So
Yeah,
okay.
sure. And
Project
then
scope
I
global.
would do global.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Symlink recommended. Yeah. Oh, copy to all agents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do Symlink. So for those who are wondering, it's one source of truth, and then it spreads it out. So whenever you make change into one of the areas, all of the other agents will know. Yeah, we'll do the Symlink. Proceed with installation. So it's going to put us agent skills, Remotion best practices. Okay. So that way all of them have access to them.
That's sick.
Cool. So now if I do Claude.
So now you just open up that boy.
Cloud. I get in the clouds. Okay. So then I do,
and
how do
then
I
you can
figure
type
out the,
slash Remotion. Yeah, see, it's already there. Slash Remotion best practices.
wow.
So you would use that skill, and then all we have to do is explain like what the video is. So like real quick, what are we genning? Right? A little an advert. What's it called? What's the game called?
Yeeball.
Yeeball.
Yeah. Yeet.
Okay, so like first thing I would do is I would take a screenshot of your landing page and then I would paste it into Claude Code.
Oh,
so that it has a reference of like the visual aesthetic of your site, like off rip.
Okay.
And then the second
Should I
thing,
give it
so
a
usually
game
what
match
I
too
do
or something?
Yeah. The more visual reference Claude has, the better it is.
Oh, okay.
See, a lot of people forget that AI and Claude Code has eyes. Like, you guys really need to be taking advantage of the eyes it has because it's really, really strong.
Wow.
And it could literally just see, which is crazy. I don't know. People just release, hey, you could FaceTime your AI now, and everybody
you can FaceTime. No, really?
Bro, you could FaceTime AI and it sees you and responds to you in real time. Like, how is that not crazy? Anyways.
Dude, that is crazy. Dang. So I have these two
Charlie?
images. Yeah.
What's up, Bad Brothers? Yeah. Okay. So now we have the two images. Now, another thing I do is Claude Code does have a cap of, I think, 10 images it could use at once. Okay. You have a lot of images in the folder. So what I usually do is, you're on Mac, right?
Yeah.
So I'll open up my directory on Finder, and then I'll like full screen the public folder. So it shows all of the images on like the Finder window. And then I take a screenshot of that. So it could see all the file names, and then it could see
like
what
over
each file
here,
looks
right?
like.
Just in,
yeah.
So this is like Well, what if I just give it
But
the
instead
directory?
of,
All the assets are in public.
it's because you have a lot of assets. So like instead of having Claude like look through each one, oh
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
But you just have
Maybe
a lot
I'll
of
just ask
assets, so we
Cursor real
don't want
quick.
Claude to like
Can
go through.
I'm talking to Remotion best practices, and I want to give it a directory of my assets. It might be even
Oh
easier to
wait,
do
just
in.
ask.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Just be like, I want to visualize all my assets in one screen on like an HTML. That's it.
Oh, okay.
And then and then make sure to include the path to each one under the image, like a gallery. Now the reason we want a gallery is you see how right now you have all your public images open on the left, but you
Yeah.
only have one preview.
Yeah.
But you have a lot of images, and Claude can
Yeah.
only see 10 images at once. So instead of him going through each one and like reading it and then losing context, if
Oh,
we just have one screen that has a gallery of each image with the
got it.
file
Yeah.
directory under each image, then Claude knows off rip, okay, I want to use that asset, that asset, that asset, that asset, put them together like this, and just makes everything really smooth.
Yeah, so for those who are watching at home, what we're doing is sort of priming the Remotion agent so that it has an understanding of a directory so they can continue to work off of. Having something like this maybe in the repo is probably pretty important. And what's nice about it is, from my understanding, Remotion is using TypeScript, or it's using some type of thing underneath of it to make these actual animations. So literally, it's the code that you would render on a screen is kind of what's being rendered here. And so the advantage of it being in your code base is the fact that it already has a lot of references to how you lay out your app. And so the agents will know how to like do these types of things. So the Remotion best practices is the first step we installed. The second step, it's now basically telling it from Bootoshi, says, I want to give it a directory of my assets. I'm talking to this, I'm giving it, I want to visualize all my assets in one HTML screen, and I want to include in the path to each gallery. This will be a reference file for the Remotion agent. So I'm going to send this off to Cursor. I have Cursor as my agent. And so I do have Claude Code pulled up, but it sounds like we could even do everything in here, to be honest, right? Like,
Yeah. If you want to use Cursor,
because Cursor
I just
now
don't like
supports
using
skills.
Cursor because
Yeah.
do you have the Cursor Pro plan?
I have the Ultra. Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, bro. I've already used $400 and I gotta.
The
Bro, I'm
included
cooking.
usage.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I use Claude, because if you're using Opus, I use Claude Code because, bro, Anthropic gives us $2,000 worth of credits for Opus 4.5, which is kind of ridiculous. And like, I don't think it's gonna last
Hold on.
long.
Oh, sorry.
So that's
I
why I'm
think my
using
audio
it
just
as
got
much
cut
as
out.
possible. Oh no.
Hold on. It is. I lost you in the audio
Test.
because. One second. Hello. Are you there?
Hello?
Okay. I
Can
was
you hear me?
using Whisper Flow, I guess. I don't know what happened.
Oh, wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay. Cool. We can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Anyways, what I was saying is Cloud Code gives us like almost like if you have the $200 max plan, you
Yeah.
get nearly, dude, it feels like $2,000 worth of API calls. Like it feels like my credit card should be crying every month I maximize my Cloud Code usage, but it's not because I have the $200 max plan. And I don't think that's sustainable. I feel like it's almost a promotional. It's almost a promotional type of deal. So I'm just taking as much advantage as possible.
Facts.
The whole end goal is to get this running on your own system. Like we should not have to rely on labs eventually.
Wow. Look at this. I'll explore the public assets folder and it's doing its thing. And now I'll have a complicated, let me create an HTML gallery that.
Beautiful.
Damn, bro. Look at this. Oh, wow. Bro, it is cooking. Opus cooks. Yo, what's going on? Just saying hello to everyone. Hi, guys. Coming from the
Bootoshi my goat, CB Spears.
Yeah.
Hello, Bob.
So I feel like someone in 2 months is 2 months away from Claude Code Codex to build a cracked video editor on top of Remotion. I mean, that's what we're trying to do right now. Yeah. That's actually like my goal right now. They should let me pay my API code with RAM. Bro. Yeah. Ray, give your YOLObot eyes and let it take part of your stream if Claudebot. Oh, so that's what's interesting. That's a really great comment here. And if Claudebot is able to do FaceTime, it should be able to interact with your streams too. Actually, so that's what's interesting. Have you heard of this thing called Claudebot while this is going? Claude?
Yeah. I have my, my QB, my little duck mascot for my AI streams.
Oh, yeah.
I give him eyes to interact with chat, and that's been really fun. Got to bring him back
Oh,
soon.
so did you use Claudebot as
But yeah,
your?
I heard Claude. No, I
Oh,
use PyCat. I just made my own like super simple framework.
okay. If you haven't had a
I
chance
love
to do
idea of
this,
Claudebot though.
this one is fire, bro. Like you can all the code that you're writing, like you can just install this as a one line, and then your boot character then becomes like this is the brain now. Use this as the brain. So like this one has so many legs to do like other things. It's basically like giving it Claude Code, and you can use your Claude Code like key, like you're saying, so you can take advantage of that. But Anthropic did not hear this.
Oh, beautiful.
Y'all don't know, y'all don't know my email accounts, right? No. And then you can deploy this on AWS. So that's what I did. I deployed this. So I don't know if I don't want to blow up my AWS instance, but like you can deploy
Yeah,
EC2.
no, you don't got to open it, but
Yeah.
because I have my own kind of like similar Claudebot on my Mac Mini. So I have a
Yeah.
Mac Mini sitting right here, and I can't pull it, or I'm gonna unplug him and kill my Claude, which we don't want. I bought a Mac Mini just so I could have a Claude Code instance running on it 24/7, so I could access it
Yeah.
from my phone. And it's been stupid, bro.
It's I'll probably do a video or live stream on this. I'll get some of the windows popped up, but basically there's one button when you go to AWS to AWS console UI. Okay. In the console, there's a button here. I think it's just going to say like this is launch EC2 or something like this. Oh, this is such a bad interface. So there is something in here. It's like an orange button and it says launch instance. So when you go to just type in the console here we go. This is actually a really good blog post. Console home, just click EC2. And if you don't see it there, just go to the search here at the very top and just type in EC2. And so that's basically their version of launching, a cloud container, a machine that's going to be ready for you. Just type in as far as the
and
machine
then you
you
can just
want.
access that.
Yeah, just type in free and then the free. Yeah. You access through CLI. That's it. It launches in literally one. So you'll go to this screen. So this is the screen when you're in the EC2 thing. Hit launch instance, and it's going to ask you which instance do you want to launch. And you're like, okay, type in free and just choose the highest one that you can get for free, which is 8 gigs of RAM or 8 gigs of the OS or something like that. I forget what it is. And so launch that. And once you launch it, you can just SSH in through the dashboard. So like there's actual dashboard that comes with it. So you don't even have to SSH from your machine. You can just do it directly from there and then go into here and it just run this one command line. Will install everything you need on that machine and you're up. That's it.
Oh, like, it's so OP. That's sick.
It's done, bro.
No, I know the dev. The dev is Peter. No, he's goated.
Peter is goated. So you don't have to install like the Git and do all this other configuration. That's it. It's done. And then if you need any problems, just now that you have Claudebot, just keep asking it about how to do something. Like, I want to do this. Like, can you set that up for me? And it just does it. It's like, oh, I'm in an EC2 container. Let me just do this. So also, the betas also says Oracle also provides a VPS via OCI as well. So yeah, that FYI. So I have AWS. If you have AWS credits, I mean, there's a free tier anyway. So like, like anywhere you can get like a free container, that's really cool. Or $5 a month, which is what's his name does with Hertzner. But that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's as an FYI.
Oh wait, is it done?
I think it's done. Let's see. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Pull up that HTML.
Whoa, hold on. Okay. Open to view the gallery. Open this. Okay, let me just do this. Whoops. Hold on.
You run that in terminal.
Open. Wow. So here are the paths. 900. Damn. Oh my God, bro.
Oh, beautiful.
Whoa. Atlas sprite sheet. Oh my God, bro. Yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, we don't want to give it access to. Well, clip the rotations too. Wait, do you have those as individuals?
Yes.
Like
so the Atlas is what the game will take
so
in.
That's
so
like
it
the
doesn't
full sprite sheet, but then you have each individual asset as rotations.
Yeah, because this is what comes out. Oh, that's
like, okay. So that's what we want to screenshot.
Yeah, but I could just tell it that like it will know already, right? Like
it should, yeah, based off this.
Oh my God, bro!
It should know all the assets.
This thing cooks, bro, and that's how I can even audit my own characters. That's so fire, bro.
Yeah, I do that a lot. There's the main skill I do is just visualizing designs in an HTML before I apply them. and then I pick the best design I like, and then just add it, and it just saves so much time.
Bro, this is crazy. Oh my God, bro. This thing cooks.
All right, scroll down a little bit. I feel like so this right here. Wait, scroll up.
All right.
This first section,
Yeah.
with scroll up more. That first section is like perfect screenshot for one, because it has.
Why
like,
don't I
some of
just
your
give it
assets.
the
It has a
HTML?
ball. You could. I don't know, because we want the visual, so we can see the visual without like loading in the visual.
Okay.
So if we screenshot like this page right here, it'll see what the ball looks like, what the confetti and all of that looks like as assets.
Okay. So that meaning is different from the text meaning. Got it.
Yes, the visual meaning is much different from the text meaning, and that's what we want. And then if you scroll down,
yes, like give it one example.
Like one right here where you have like, yeah, you can just give it like one of these examples. It's really not a big of a deal. I think that first one was the most important, and then we can just get to prompting and see what it does.
Okay, let's get into.
Now, if you want to try a fun skill, one thing I like doing is executing in parallel. So I'll actually tell my Claude, or what I started doing recently is tell it to launch an Opus sub agent using the Remotion skill, and I want 3 different videos. And this main Claude right here will execute 3 different sub agents, all loaded with the Remotion skill, to generate like 3 different Remotion videos at once. So then we can like go through and kind of see. So it's really personal preference if you want to go like 3 at once, or like have it do one and then like walk it through one and really refine.
Let's just try one. I just want to see, and I might try to do a couple in parallel. So like Remotion best practices. Okay, so I just start with this, and then I gave it the HTML plus these images. And what should I say to it?
And explain your game. Be like, hey, I got a game. I got Yeeball, which is this like 2D pixel soccer game. I want to create a promotional video for it. Maybe you might be able to make a video where one of the characters kicks the ball and it goes into the net and it tracks the ball into the net. So like, I really think it's just, I think you could do a lot. I haven't pushed it to the limits. I've made that one single video and I posted it because I thought it was cool. But I think you could do exactly what I just said, which should be like a sick promotional video. If it like grabs a character, kicks it to the ball. You could even do things like ask it to make a showcase of the different teams, because you got Anthropic, OpenAI, and like Google, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could make it do like Google versus Anthropic.
Yeah.
For like promos and like all these things.
There should be close-ups of the characters, movements, like animations, and it should be a fast and vibrant video. As a first pass, should I put it in a plan mode?
Yeah.
I feel like I gotta go into plan mode, for me. So like,
I feel like that'll be useful.
Yeah. As a first pass, I want you to act like a, like what type of director would be like really good at this? Like
brain rot.
Yeah. Think Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
So this will capture people's attention right away. Okay, let's just go. We are going to cook. You quickly could have had Claude generate a director producer agent that generates a timeline, a cinematic description of a promotional ad, and take that output and feed it to. Yeah, I'm kind of curious, like to see like a couple different approaches, because I think that could be like follow on, right? Like you can kind of do a lot of these things in parallel too. And so for me, I'm just trying to think about them. It's like, let me just give you the things and see what you can do, Claude. And you know what I'm going to do is, okay, so grep-r. So it's going to scan some of the files. Yes. And don't ask for grep again. Okay, cool. So now it's actually going to look through. I wonder why it's looking through node modules. Path. Prune. Oh, okay. So it's going to prune them.
It's looking for types.
Oh, I see.
Is it?
Do you want to proceed? Yeah. I'm going to give this command to cursor as well. I'm just kind of curious to see what it does in plan mode. You know what I mean? Yeah, what I mean? Okay, cool.
Yeah. And we get it in parallel.
Yeah. I'm just curious. Like, see who wins. Okay, Remotion best practices, and then at gallery asset.
Do you have an SFX tool locally too that you use for the game?
No.
Let's prop one up.
Let's bro. What's a SFX tool?
11 Labs. So you could just point your
okay, got it.
Claude Code at the 11 Labs SFX, or point your
Okay.
Claude Code at the 11 Labs docs. I literally, this is my prompt.
Yeah.
Paste in 11 Labs docs. I want to make a local CLI tool where you can generate SFX and music. Can you make it, please? Okay, done. ARV said, you can't install mine. Could you help me? Can you walk through what you specifically need help with?
Yeah.
Let's wait for this.
All we did to install the skill was go to on Remotion. It's just npx space skills space add, then this whole thing. So if you want this, I'm just going to put this into the chat right now. So this is probably all you need to do as far as getting started. I used BunX, but like you can use npx. It doesn't matter. Most people have npx if you're using npm, but I prefer Bun. And yeah, just go ahead and run that type of thing. I think that should kind of get you installed. And then when we walk through the setup, we just install it so that it's available for everyone. And we did that symlink for everyone as well. Yeah, privilege to do research.
Assertion failed, UV handle closing. All right, that's something you got to paste in the Claude.
Yeah. So Cursor has this new thing called parallel agents, similar to with Claude Code, like sub agents and stuff. And so they should be able to kick off like a lot of different stuff at the same time. So now this is like one of the parallel agents, and it's going to do some like other loading tasks. So you can see how cracked it is, bro. Like there's like 3 that are kicking off, bro. This feels AGI. This is AGI, bro. Like this is the new Cursor thing. It's just like.
Wait, did it orchestrate all those agents on its own?
Yep. I don't have to give it any direct. It is gathering that context or ding ding. Bro, this is it's insane, bro. And it saves you that context window. So I don't have to worry about the bloat for the context because it's already doing that task. It has everything it's need. And it's just going to continue that way, bro. Damn, I use Cursor, but I switched to Claude Code. They just launched this, bro. And it's got some questions for me.
Now you could do it. You could do this in Claude Code too. Claude Code has this. You just ask it to do research in parallel with sub-agents, and it'll do the same thing. It just doesn't look that cool.
Nah, but I think, yeah, it just takes a little while. So I guess the other advantage that Cursor has is obviously Cursor is like the Ferrari right now. It's like the you know, what video duration are you targeting? Should we do 30 seconds? What did you do for yours?
Let's do I did 20 seconds.
Okay.
We could do 15 seconds.
Let's do 30.
I think 15 seconds would be good.
Oh, 15? Okay.
Yeah, because it's like brain rot, like fast style. Like I'll go in.
What aspects? Vertical or horizontal?
We can make a 9. Yo, wait, let's see what it looks like with a vertical video.
Okay, let's do that.
I want to see vertical. I haven't seen vertical yet.
I haven't seen vertical either, bro. I didn't know that was a thing.
It'd be kind of nutty with your. Damn, these questions are fire. Yeah,
that's why Plan Agent in Cursor is cracked, bro. How should I set up
standalone Remotion project?
Okay. Yeah. Continue. Cook. Cursor cook.
And check on the Claude Code because I feel like Claude Code might be trying to.
Yeah, it's pressing me, bro. Use the skill. Yes. I thought I told that I wanted to.
You're generating.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, I didn't want extra high fast. I think, model used to build in this plan. Okay. Oh, it's using Opus to build this plan. Okay. Let me just kind of put this aside. So yeah, we used Opus for
the plan. What do you use to execute?
I usually use Codex, but I can also use Opus as well. Opus is fire, especially with this thing. Sheesh, bro.
I like Opus. Well, what's your opinion on the whole? There's a debate right now saying Codex agents for back end and Opus for front end. I'm pretty much on that side. But I like using Codex for back end work.
I like both. Like it's kind of hard. You know, I feel like if one falls through, I just use the other. That's kind of why I like Cursor, because I switch back and forth between them. I could tell if something's not going my way, so then I switch, you know.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
I also like the way that it interacts with Opus 4.5, especially for planning. It's probably one of the best because it's more verbose, and I feel like I can, as a human, I can at least understand what it's trying to do.
That's so funny. Yeeball brain rot promo video.
Is that what it called it? Let's see. Oh my god,
So yeah,
bro.
the name is so funny, bro. Yeeball. I love
Yeeball.
that.
Yeah, it's such a cool name. Like, let's see. So we got so we got the zoom in. Oh, see, he broke it down for us. We have all the scenes before we even started like coding. Wow. Okay, so this is really
Oh,
helpful
that's
actually.
sick.
Yeah, super
So we
helpful.
got the
We
zoom
got the
in,
architecture diagram.
Yeeball tech slam,
Tech
rapid
slam.
character cuts, 8 characters in 3 seconds, running animation, kick animation, ball flying arc, net impact. Oh, it's actually doing the
The
net
scene.
thing. It
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
kicks the
So what I
ball.
want to do is I want to put the running and kicking animation and like rapid character cuts are going to come later. You know, I want like the net impact confetti explosion ball like at the beginning. Upload that. So okay, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I
I
mean?
like that.
Yeah. And then for the model, we'll do this one. Okay, cool. So yeah, okay. For the video structure, I actually want the like going right into where we're having a confetti explosion, net impact, ball flying arc, if you know what I mean. So basically a running animation with the character kicking the ball right away with a confetti explosion hitting the net. I think that is really, really cool. And then we go to play worldwide and then cut to a character. And so one character can be shown and then we can cut to like that character kicking the ball, passing to like another character, and then maybe another character comes in and slams the other character or something like that. Kind of funny. And so it would be kind of really action based. So it really showcases the style of play. So there's a sprinting that someone's sprinting and they get the ball and they steal it. And then another character would come in and try to steal the ball and it kind of dodges him and then he scores the goal. So I feel like we can have this story arc where we want at the very beginning some crazy quick action, kind of zoom out a little bit of all the players playing on the field and moving at the same time, and then also kind of zoom back in to some type of action, a kick or confetti or explosion or something like that. These are the different ideas that I'm thinking about, but you can kind of see how I'm framing this and why we want to move some of that stuff to the front. And it's not about the character showcase at the beginning. In fact, I would probably take that out, or that could be kind of brought in different ways. Let me give it that feedback.
Mm-hmm.
It's taking longer than usual. Yeah, so we're basically, I like this plan mode interaction right now. This is really super helpful to visualize because doing this in code would be horrible.
We're directors now.
Yeah, we're directors. We're really directing a movie right now. And like, this is the scene breakdown. We're changing up that scene. Brain rot techniques.
Brain rot techniques. That's so sick.
Whoa.
Tech slam, constant zoom.
Yeah, let's update this
beautiful
plan. Let's go update the plan. Whoops. Oh, no. Okay. Did it do it? Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, cool. So now we're going to go through planning the next moves. The user wants me to revise a plan based on their vision. Okay, cool. So wide shot. And then it's thinking, I understand your vision now. Action first. Story-driven gameplay showcase. No static character intros. Let me revise a plan with this new structure. This is awesome. Test. Okay.
That is so sick. Wait,
yeah.
While that's updating, I'm gonna help ARV in chat real quick. Can you pull up his Windows 11 content?
Oof. Yeah. Nice.
I know, right?
That's what I was thinking. You could have an agent I was describing earlier. That's sick. Storyboarding. Yeah, so we're basically storyboarding. Why don't we tell Cursor to make a storyboard app for us? Well, actually, that's what it does in Remotion, kind of, right? But we're doing the storyboarding literally through...
Because you could get the UX going where it's like, this is a story, and then it generates the storyboarding.
Oh, yes. Maybe we can do some research on some storyboarding stuff, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do
also
previous
ARV,
chat.
search up WSL.
So I can do this soccer game promotional video. Say,
yeah. Wait, what did you just ping? Did you ping a prompt?
What's up?
What did you just ping? You pinged.
Oh.
You like added a prompt?
So okay. In Cursor, you can add previous chats. So I can go to a past chat, and then I can go to that chat. Because we're building the game in parallel, and I want it to continue the work, I want to just now see if I can come up with a storyboarding like research, right? I want you to use Exa MCP to do some research.
I love Exa MCP, bro. It's stupid. It's so stupid.
Yeah, for web search is amazing. Do some research on storyboarding because I want to know how we can make viral videos. using Remotion. But we should study existing films and prolific filmmakers as they have great ways to tell stories. Okay. I think that's it. So it's just, actually, you know what I'm going to do? And I'm going to say use parallel agents for all of your tasks. Okay, so this is where we're going to take advantage of those parallel agents. So it's going to shoot off, instead of killing our context window in one thing, it's going to fire off different chats in essence, or different context windows. And this is kind of like what you can do in Claude Code as well. I find Cursor right now because this is a new feature that Cursor is doing. And so we're literally just testing this out on the fly. But what's cool is it should take each request. I'll launch to study storyboarding from different angles: classic filmmakers, animation studios, and viral content creators. So now we got Spielberg, Hitchcock, Pixar. We got Mr. Beast, all being researched right now in parallel inside of Cursor with Edgar Wright. I don't even know these names. It just kind of is doing that for us. Bro, look at this. All of these things, it's coming up with let's go, bro. Like, this is crazy. Yeah. We're flying right now. Oh my God, bro. So I can click one of these and I can watch to see what they're doing for each of these parallel agents. This is new UI. This is my first time looking at this, by the way. Like, I have not used this. This feature literally just came out yesterday, like last night.
Oh, snap. Yeah. That's why I'm like looking at this. I'm like, bro, I do not remember Cursor.
Look at this research, bro. Like, we got Alfred. Like, all of these have their own context windows. And look at this final, like, okay, I've gathered some comprehensive research, and here's a game trailer, storyboarding, creation, comprehensive guide. And then we can feed this chat into the other thing that we're doing, or we can create a new chat saying, hey, using this guide, can you make a better story? Or review my current, plan and see if we can incorporate some of these techniques from the storyboarding or the storyboarding for viral, like, stuff like that. Isn't that crazy? Bro, this is insane.
Yeah, I like that in UI. I've been wanting a front end. I was like making my own front end that lets me use a terminal, like a Cloud Code or a Codex terminal on the side.
Yeah.
It's looking nice again.
Wow. So let's take a look at this new plan, because I think, the Yeeball thought for, okay. Yeeball. So this is our new plan. So I've updated the flow. Let's take a look at this flow. So it's going to have basically a running kick, ball arc, and then goal explosion, play worldwide, pass to teammate, funny tackle slam, sprint steal, dodge a defender, wide shot, zoom in, final goal explosion. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty fire gameplay.
Animations for all of those?
I think so.
Like, is a pass to teammate and funny? Well, I mean, you could probably just make it itself anyways.
Right? That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so here are the key changes. That's cool. Removed static character showcase. I'm ready to start building. And then I'm gonna feed it in this chat. Okay, cool. So now I could say at past chats. It's funny because it's not a past chat, it's actually the future, bro. I've done a bunch of research. Can you do a review and incorporate what we learned? So now I'm giving it the research for the storyboarding chat into the current Remotion thing. And I'm trying to see if, like, so now we're totally enhancing it. And look how much context window we've used. It's like, we only really used 38%, 67,000 tokens.
It's not bad.
We've done a lot of tasks. We've gone through a lot of files. And I think it's really important to get this plan, because once we have this ready, it should have a lot of sauce in here, bro. I think, and then we could turn this into a skill. So like in the future, like, the storyboarding research stuff can just be done as part of a task. You're like, cook, and that's all you have to say. And it's just gonna, like, I know everything I should be able to do, or like, I know what you're trying to achieve. So look at that. It's now incorporating this into the plan. So it's putting that information we learned about, like, we're talking about these techniques in here, and it's gonna put them in here too. Damn, bro. Oh, maybe I could tell it about the 11 labs thing I want to do as well, right?
I was literally about to say that. Run that on the side. So tell it to look up the 11 Labs SFX/music API, and then generate a skill, or like make a CLI tool, or some program where you could just call it and generate the music.
To look, okay. I want you to use Exa code MCP to look up the 11 Labs SFX API, because we're going to use some of that to incorporate it into our video and storytelling techniques. And then I'm going to reference those past chats. So past chats are the soccer game, and then at the past chats is also going to be the storyboarding. Okay. Use parallel agents for this. Okay.
So is that the prompt? Is just use parallel agents to get that like crazy sequence going?
Exactly. The goal will be to
what model does it use?
It uses Opus or whatever model you have selected here. Yeah.
Oh, that's expensive.
Because we balling. Let's see. The goal will be generate.
I mean, that's what I'll tell people too.
Yeah. I feel like look how much we've used. It was like 80. We've used $4, right? Like in usage, because we started this chat with $80.
All of that was only $4. Only $4.
All of that was only like $4. Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
For all the research, actually, that's actually not bad.
No, we did a lot. Like a lot. The goal would be to generate a tool that the Remotion tool can use to help itself as per some of the previous chats. Okay, cool. So there we go. So this is going.
Sick.
And then we'll tell it this one saying, okay, now that we have this, so let's just see what it came up with now that it knows about storyboarding and our research here. So it basically now took a look and say sprite frame cycling.
Spielberg impact.
Where?
It's right there, the screen shake. It says Spielberg impact.
Oh,
that's kind of crazy.
So these key terms are really important. Spielberg face, bomb theory. These are the filmmaking techniques that we did not have to describe. I'm not a filmmaker. Like, I've studied like some films.
First, and then reveal the kick, reverse cause effect. It's pretty sick,
bro. The details that it's putting into this plan, bro. Sheesh, that's insane. Okay, this is really cool. So updated scene breakdown. So there's now 17 micro scenes with specific filmmaker technique tags, reaction shots included throughout. Added for my research for quality control. Sheesh, bro. Bro, if this is not a fire like video, bro, I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
I'm getting antsy. I need you to run the prompt.
No.
I need to see the Spielberg kick.
I need to. Okay. I got you. Hold on. Let me get the sound effects though. Okay, we can do the sound effects later, right?
Yeah. We could just.
I think it's literally gonna make the app for us over here. Okay, let's kick this off. So I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? Like,
on top.
All right, let me make this as a separate branch and stuff, because this is about to get crazy. So I'm gonna create a new branch. We can call it YOLO. Okay, we got a new branch called YOLO.
YOLO.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Let me just kind of make sure. Okay, cool. We're in the YOLO branch. Noise. Let me just check these changes in. Okay. Experimenting with asset generation with Remotion skills and promo video. Okay. Sick, yes. Bro. This is gonna be bonkers, man. If this thing, I have a feeling this is gonna be insane. Okay, so let's just review the plan before I like completely YOLO. So for those who are just joining in the stream right now, we are witnessing what we hope is probably gonna be the most epic promotion video for a video game that I literally coded in 12 days before Christmas. And my boy here, King Bootoshi, is going viral right now, literally right now on X, if you're not familiar. So if you just go to x.com, this video is like starting to show up in other people's YouTuber videos. Like they're referencing his, funny. Yeah, like right now there's a bunch of YouTubers who are making, this is the video they reference. This is Bootoshi. This is him right now on the screen.
I didn't go as in-depth as Ray, by the way. I just kind of threw words at my screen and just wanted, and it just made it. So now we're actually putting in a lot more detailed effort into storyboarding and research and techniques for his game with his assets. So we'll see like how good we can make a promotional video.
Right. That's right, because I tend to overkill on my stuff because I'm an engineer and I like to think through these things, and like it's probably a lot easier than I'm making it, to be honest. Because yeah, like literally you did this in 5 prompts.
I said words and it made this, and I pointed it at my pictures and it made this. But I am really curious to see
What
how
sound
well it does
effects? Let
with
me play the
this.
sound effects right now.
Oh yeah,
That's from 11 Labs. The 11 Labs sound effects thing.
the full thing, the music, the SFX were generated by Claude Code with
Bruh,
11 Labs, and then Claude Code stitched it with the Remotion
bruh,
itself.
bruh,
So
bruh.
like, yeah, I said it's fully autonomous. I just wanted to showcase, and it made me a little showcase.
That's insane. So we're trying to take my soccer game and we're trying to see, can I make, like, I have all the characters and everything that he, like, you know, the part of it is like generating the assets and stuff. Can we then insert that? And so one of the techniques that basically Bootoshi was explaining is like, try to generate like an asset gallery so that the actual agent can know how to do this thing. So instead of giving it the plain old HTML, which is what we did already, we also took some screenshots. So by giving it a screenshot, it gives it an additional detail because you can see that there's a soccer ball with some type of thing. And if it's only looking through text, it doesn't have this description about what the soccer ball is. And so like, or like what these different thing does. And in the code, it just says gold ball. So it knows that this is a ball, but it doesn't know that it has these types of characteristics. So by giving it, he said, we literally took some screenshots of this. And then
it has eyes. We got to make it use the eyes.
Exactly. And it's much more rich in terms of detail. So that was kind of one of the bigger parts of that. And then so we had Cursor kick off basically a plan to generate a Yeeball brain rot promo video. And so I like myself, I was like, oh, I want to see what this, and because of plan mode, what we didn't realize is that it actually gives us like a scene that we can analyze. And I didn't like the scene. So we've been tweaking it since then. It's like, oh, what if I do this? And then my brain started going crazy.
Diagram.
Yeah, it does. It's like, it's actually really helpful to have one. Running kick, ball arc, goal explosion. Like this is fire, bro. Like this is going to be crazy. All right, so let's see. We're going to do some components. I don't know what it's going to do, but then I think we should be able to just let it do its thing, right?
Yep.
Bro.
Just run it.
Okay, let's run it. So I think what I should be able to do is just start this plan in a new chat and just build it, right? Like just kind of let it do its thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should be good.
Okay, cool. Let's go to use the /remotion best practices to build this, and then Yeeball. I think, oh, let me save this to my workspace. Cool. Plans. Okay.
Cursor plan mode seems much better than Claude Code's plan mode.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. Yep, 4A. Okay, cool. And we're using Opus. And so far, okay, so let's see how much it's also going to cost us. Right now we're at $86 because I think we started with 80. So now we're literally just going to build this whole thing. And Cursor also has a browser.
$7.
To browser. So Cursor has a browser, so you'll want to also launch into that at times to verify the animations, as that is something that Remotion provides for us. Okay.
Can we throw another thing in there?
Oh yeah. That sound effects
thing.
Can
you tell it during development, can you add debug grids to get animation and positioning pixel perfect?
Oh,
since we're giving it access to the browser.
To get the animations
and positioning pixel perfect.
Yeah. Oh my God, bro. And then look at this. Guess what finished? Our 11 Labs sound effects thing. Like that whole time we were building in parallel, we now have a 11 Labs sound effects generator literally generated from the chat. So this is crazy.
Like things to make already.
Dang. So all I have to do is just put this in my API key here and then I'm cooking, bro. No way.
Yes.
Oh, okay. We also just finished generating a SFX for the videos, which you you can reference here. Let's see, past chats. This thing is insane. Okay. So I also want to use,
But you just want to get your 11 labs key before we start then?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Already done.
Yeah. 11 labs IO, I think.
So for 11 labs, for 11 labs and you make the API key, you want to make sure you got music generation, SFX, and then there's going to be an option at the bottom that says user, and you want to set that to read.
Okay.
So you just need those three.
Okay, let me log in real quick. So I'm logging in right now. This is going to be crazy. Dope. It can diamond hands for me. Okay, so here I am. I don't think I have the right. Let me see if I can kind of pop back in. So here I am with my account, introducing all this stuff. Okay. So do I have to upgrade? You think?
No, you could just click on developers in the bottom left.
Okay, cool. So I'll go here real quick. I don't know what it's going to look like. Okay.
If it's saying you have to upgrade, I'll lend you a key real quick. But just let me know.
I'll say create key. I'll say Yeeball. Okay. Restrict key. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So the keys the one I want to select for those who are wondering is, I'll show you what it looks like, y'all. So this is kind of the area. So as far as like for the creation of the key, you said text to speech, speech to text, sound effects. Yes. Music generation.
Yes. You want sound effects, music generation, and then scroll down to the bottom. Yeah. And then where it says user, set that to read.
Okay. Read. Okay. Anything else?
And that's everything.
Models, access. No. Voice generation. No.
Wow. No. Just SFX and music gen. And that's it.
Let me go back. Create key. All right. So copy to clipboard. Let me go over here. I'm going to go back to .env.local. And then let me just see.
Someone said, I want to know how much we spent on the project so far. About $6.
$6
for all the research, 11 labs, SFX, for the Remotion, for the storyboarding, insane parallel web agents for research. It's actually kind of crazy that all only cost $6. $6 for a couple hours of work automated
usage. Okay, and then we haven't even gone into the okay. So then here I have for the 11 labs thing as well. All right, fam. I think we're Gucci. All right, so now that got all this stuff set up. Okay. Cool. So now it has we have the thing for the sound effects. I want you to run some of if there are any parts of the plant. Okay, if you run the
What are you trying to do?
I want to run the plan in sequential order, but also have it kick off any parallel agents if needed. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tasks for the plan. Okay, so what I wanted to do is kick off the plan in sequential order. So it goes boop, 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 and kick off any parallel agents if needed to accomplish some of the tasks for that plan. So I just wanted to say, hey, take this one plan, just keep working on this. So this should basically make it feel AGI-like. We should just be able to knock through this is
everything and one prompt.
Yeah,
basically.
Pretty much. So this is our plan here. These are like 14 to-dos. So we're going to initialize this, create all this stuff. Maybe I should tell it about this. Nah, that'll be later. Okay, let's just go. The agent will figure it out. We're just going to we don't need to over-explain.
He said Bootoshi is actually a really advanced AI model from the future. Bootoshi is Claude Foundation running via Synthesia Feed Live. They're on to me, Ray.
They're much,
on
bro.
To me, and I need help.
Wow. Yeah, we're absolutely destroying right now. I think this plan is going to be stupid. This is. I'm hyping this up right now, man.
I think this is exciting me too. This is looking really good.
Sheesh, bro. So Look at all this. Oh my God, bro. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this, bro. Like if we're kicking it off, I'm hands off right now. All we're doing is letting our AI work for us. So hopefully I will have a video as good or similar to my boy over here. I didn't even give it the Gemini stuff, right? Because yours came out with some cool, like, but I don't know, right? I have no clue.
The only thing is, so what Nano Banana generated for this video was really just the background. It didn't generate because the characters already had. Because you already have the characters. I think you're good not having Nano Banana.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. So the other thing too, I feel like is beyond that is Cursor has a way, it uses Nano Banana underneath the hood. It can generate images here as well.
What?
Yes, bro. That's a new feature inside of Cursor. I don't need like a Gemini MCP or anything like that.
Wait, so Cursor just has Nano Banana Pro in? Because one thing I was actually thinking about this last night, and that's kind of crazy.
Yes, bro.
But like, I want a voice UI where I could just talk to an agent nonstop, and I could just like handle a bunch of sub agents. But also, I lose context a lot when I'm bouncing between like 8 different agents at once. So I'm always prompting like, oh, what are we currently working on, or what's the workflow? I was thinking about adding Nano Banana into my workflow. So like anytime I ask that, it just generates like a visual diagram of like the logic of the code. So I can just like look through it real quick and then like get back to directing.
Whoa, that's interesting. I think it's still cooking here. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. What's happening?
Yeah, they said we just made a whole skill for video editing in like 20 minutes. Yeah, right. After this, when we get the video, you got to take all the prompts we have with the storyboarding, hit that skill creator prompt, and post it on X.
Jeez, bro. Yeah, if y'all we need to get the likes up though. We only got 15 likes in this video. Y'all don't need. I don't think y'all want this. Y'all don't want this skill, right?
Come on,
crazy. We are literally AGI. Like we're just chilling right now. Let's go. Get the likes up. We need to get the likes up. We need to get the shares up. We also need to get the numbers up. We only got 74 people on YouTube. Y'all know this is going crazy right now because we have the brain rot inventor creator extraordinaire right now with us, King Bootoshi, right? He is the reason why we got this whole live stream kicked off.
Video, we're gatekeeping the video and we're not publishing it. So
we're not like, look at this. This is what we're gonna get. He's taught me the sauce. We're taking this sauce and we're literally just going to a whole nother level here. And look at, we're watching Cursor build this for us live. And like we kicked off sub agents, we kicked off research, we kicked off all these things. And you would think this would cost us a bag because everyone's like, Cursor with Opus, I'm like spending too much money. No, bro. I got 5 on it. And we did a whole lot of research. And then we could turn this into a skill. So that way you don't have to pay like all that money, which is $5. It's still okay. That skill can be translated and I can give it to you. But we need to get the likes up, man. We need to get those likes up because this is not making any sense right now. And we're about to like, it's literally going to do the whole thing for us. We're going to leverage all the tools like the browser to go do this thing. We have all the assets already generated because I already generated the game, right? It's a playable game. All the code's already in there. We also did this cool thing where we had it generate this HTML file. So this is super useful for not only the agent, but if you want to reference stuff in the future, whenever you're generating stuff, like this is amazing. This is super amazing, not only for agents, but for handling all those types of things. And so we should be able to, get this type of stuff going. Because look at this. You had like hundreds of these little boo things, right? And it like Remotion is now, we're using the Remotion skill, which we did in one line to get that installed. It puts it into Cursor and it's a / command, and then it just does its thing. And we first put it into plan mode. So the plan mode was probably like the most important thing because that's what got us started on this thing. And what's nice about Cursor's plan mode, which is sort of undefeated right now, is the fact that it generates this mermaid diagram. And this video structure for review was probably the most helpful thing because it got us into understanding what do we really want from our story before we actually generate any of the assets or code. Because once you generate the code, sometimes it's harder to work out or rearrange the scenes. And then you're kind of fighting that. So I took a little bit of what he was explaining to me as far as what he did, and we're hoping that like this is going to generate something really amazing. So when you guys are tuned in right now, we got the sauce. Yes, Bootoshi's. I love Bootoshi's sauce, bro. He's this guy cooking. Cooking orange sauce, bro. If y'all know about San Jose, y'all know about the orange sauce, La Vix. That's what's up. What's your take on using Ralph to build this? No Ralph in here, man. Ain't no Ralph.
I have a hot take. So I did post a viral video showing the Ralph Wiggum workflow, but I actually really don't like it.
Right.
Because it's just like you lose control and Claude steers off. Codex actually doesn't, but I think the Ralph Wiggum loop, Claude literally killed the Ralph Wiggum loop, and they're like implementing it themselves with the task thing. If you guys saw that, and so RP Ralph Wiggum, it was short lived, but it was fun. I did like it. I did like waking up to like a bunch of things done. But then when I actually reviewed everything, it was like not very good.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. So basically, I feel like with Cursor being so powerful as it is right now, like we Ralphed ourselves into this in some way, you know, like the plan is generated here. We've given it everything it needs, and now we're letting it go.
Yeah.
We don't even have to like create the loop. It's just like everything. We sort of created that and curated that. And so the most important
for a time check,
yeah,
how long have we spent working on this so far? Like,
okay, let's see. We're at an hour in our video. So I would say like 20, 30 minutes.
We're an hour in the video, but like, yeah, for your actual build, it's like 20, 30, right?
Yeah, like there's this timestamp here.
We're only 30 minutes into this.
Yeah.
Just for reference, so like for everyone watching from the start, I want to like point out
11:42. So yeah.
Oh, that's sick. I was gonna say a really big part about like doing these workflows, just for like the people watching, is my computer environment is like a native agentic environment, meaning that anytime I do work and I do new research or discover new skills, I'm compounding that for future agents to work. So like now from this video, if you're watching from the start, we got research on storyboarding, right? Now, instead of spending more tokens to research storyboarding again, Ray could just turn that into a storyboarding skill. We got the 11 Labs SFX made already. So instead of making that again in the future, we turned that into a CLI tool or an MCP tool for future agents to use. So now in this session, we got SFX and we got storyboarding, and then we got the Remotion thing set up. So now when Ray wants to make 100 promotional videos in the span of a day, he doesn't have to do all this work. He just writes 3 slash commands and all of this is already done. So like that's just a reference of how like you continuously use Claude and get compounding growth. That's why I'm telling people, like, bro, if you're not doing this now, like, you're going to get severely skill gap, because this is exponential growth. Like, you're not catching up to me or Ray, respectfully, if you start now. Like, you're just not. But that's okay.
I think it's not really a reason to not start, though. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like
no, it's absolutely not a reason to not start. It's if anything, it's a reason on why you should absolutely start now. Like, now, if me or Ray took a break for like a month, you would probably catch up. But if me and Ray don't take a break for a month, then we're gonna just like keep compounding.
This is insane, bro. Look at tell me this is not this most insane loop we've been kick off. Like, we're almost through all of our tasks.
It's insane.
Dude, insane. Cursor is cooking, bro. Look at this, bro. Those guys over there have apps. So this is the latest version that just came out, 2.4.21. Man. No. Resume. Oh, please. Okay. I was like, okay, cool. Like, we cook so hard. I'm melting down their servers, and they're just like, all right, cool. Let me resume. I think what happened is just the task had gone on too long, and they're just like, are you sure? Is that you, bro? Look at this.
So for those, you want to keep running up our keys?
Oh my God. So we're generating the whole project. Like he said, I think that's a really important point you made, is that all of the research tasks, the reason why I kicked off separate chats is because I will now generate skill files from each of these chats. So we did a storyboarding. Like I said, I want you to use Exa MCP because here's my soccer promotional video thing that I have. So you can reference previous chats in Cursor. And they said, do some research on storyboarding because I want you to know how we can make viral videos using Remotion. But we should study existing films and prolific filmmakers as they have great ways to tell stories. Use parallel agents for your tasks. That's all I said. And so Cursor kicks off. It's like, I got you, fam. Let me just kick off one session. Like, this is one session it kicked off. It kicked off these 4 MCP calls, right? Did everything. It's like Steven Spielberg storyboard visual storytelling. Now we have all this in just, one, this is not even one chat. This is like one of the parallel agents. And here's the key takeaways. And then it pops it in. This is a second conversation it had. 4 more tool calls: Alfred Hitchcock, meticulous visual, pre-visualization storyboarding, bomb under the table theory. So suspense and surprise. I could this did it all like so fast, we couldn't even realize how fast this was going on. We're only taking the time right now because we have time to explore as it's writing our code for us to study like
That's
what did the
insane.
great opus do for us. It absolutely destroyed. Like, I'm not even done. There's Mr. Beast. Like this Mr. Beast studying thing with the exit one. It's game over, bro. First 3-second hook techniques, these are so important because this is a modern era of storytelling, right? In our current timeline. And so Edgar Wright, like, so we're combining previous stuff along with current things. And this is some interesting techniques. So the reason why this is also important, folks, is because once you get these words that are used in these domains, because these AIs have studied all these domains, this is what you want to put into Remotion. So Remotion becomes like, I'm not a storyteller. I'm not like a visual. I don't have any of this background, but by having it do research like this for us in parallel, we then pull into our like plans and everything going forward, how like all of those keywords that the AI agent needs to be successful, right? So now it's generated like this whole type of thing for like a recommended trailer structure for us. Right? Hook, reaction, setup, action. This is going to be a 30-second video, right? It's like, this is kind of how we would structure it. So Spielberg plus Pixar plus Hitchcock all agree, show reactions, not just actions. So the emotional response of characters is what viewers connect with and will share. So the Spielberg face moment, the shot in awe of excitement is what makes content viral, right? Like, prioritize animating character reactions to big moments, not just.
It sounds like we're going to need the nano banana skill, right?
Yeah.
So we could get a reference.
Bro, I don't think the chat is ready for this, bro. I don't think y'all are ready for this.
We gotta save the nano banana for the future, but this looks good.
Yeah, so right now it's generating the assets it is going to use inside of Remotion, it looks like, because it's now generating a CTA slam. So it's going to like generate that, a pass, a tackle, like a sprint dodge, and it's all doing it through code. So all sequences are created. Let me update the to-dos and start the Remotion Studio to verify and check that any TypeScript errors. Y'all got to slam the thumbs up right now in the chat. Y'all need to you need to share people right now. We are cooking with the sauce. Every video you're watching on YouTube is probably going to be someone explaining Bootoshi's video and saying, hey, this is what you can do now. Guess what? Like that's a 30-second video. Like we already know that. We're here building.
I was not the first one to do the Remotion thing, but I did add my own sauce to it.
Yeah.
It's always like I feel like in the age of AI, we all need like an artist signature. And this is my personal artist signature.
Let's go.
Oh, it's doing the browser now.
Yeah, I'm in the browser right now. Oh wow. And so cursor is controlling my browser. And it's like the Remotion Studio is running. Let me open the browser and verify the animations. And now it's got this error. So it's gonna be like, yo, I got an error. Navigating. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's got its own browser here. Okay. Let me just pull this aside real quick. Oops. Yeah. Let me see. It's saying, I can see the Remotion Studio is open. The preview shows a green field with what appears to be a broken image icon. Let me check the console for errors and play the video. And it's like, yep.
So does it get access to the like dev tools directly as well?
Yes. Yeah. So the browser agent inside of here will do it that way. Yeah. Let me fix the Remotion config and restart the server. Good. I created the symlink. Now I have to update the config to use the public directory. So now, perfect. So we should be able to refresh this. Let's see if I hit play. What's happening? Oops. It's going to keep airing out.
No, he's trolling you.
Whoa.
Okay, so he just added. Okay, so he took an image of your actual fix. That's straight from the game, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is vertical video because we're doing vertical video. Wow.
Wait. Is it generating? Is that all generated? Your people playing? Is
yes.
That like not?
Yeah.
What? Okay, that's insane.
This is all generated, bro. This is crazy. Yeah. Excellent. The assets are loading now. I can see the grass with the character. So now it's playing it. And so now it's actually, you see cursors now using the cursor browser and it's like sleeping to see. Yeah. And it's taking screenshots along the way. So their agent is using this browser. You can see a cursor saying that.
Yeeball, play now.
Ain't this crazy? Yeah.
Imagine that with like SFX. Okay, now I have a question because this was brought up on my Discord server by one of like my most intelligent holders, who's like always spitting. So he said, "What's the point of like using Remotion if you could just use VO3 or like some sort of video gen and input your characters as reference and then generate trailers using that. So like I'm actually kind of stumped there, but I'm curious, like why would you use Remotion over like a VO3 gen with image reference? Or like generating something with Nano Banana and then stitching it together? My
I think
personal
it's
answer is you can do both.
yes. Yeah. You can do both. And so like if you're an animator, sometimes getting a zoomed in on something and animating the switch between the two is really hard to do, but Remotion has those tools to do that. So it's like if you try to do scene by scene layout, like to generate that, like it may do it or it may do it incorrectly. But these are tools that are already built into it. So you want to just give it like before, after, and then like some of the built-in stuff that, it'll look more natural. It won't look so AI-like because people's eyes are already used to the built-in transitions that these already offer, right? So these are components that are being used. For me, I want some of the characters to be a lot bigger. And so that's what I'm going to tell it. So it's, okay. The characters are too small.
Bro, it's so crazy how it's just like
make them.
So another thing that's so interesting to me here is like it's using the running animation, like it's using the actual animation of the pixel characters that you have set up to use in the video,
Yes.
like by default. Did you notice that?
Yes.
That's, like,
yeah.
I'm gonna use like the kick animation. Like it looks a little bugged right there. But like that pass is kind of crazy. Like kicking the guy, stealing the ball, all of them running at once. I think if anything, what's actually holding this back is the fact that it's only 15 seconds.
Oh,
so maybe
I
if
see.
it had more time with like more of the thing, like even if you add 5 seconds more, it would maybe make it. Like you see how that lasts for like all the people there. It's just like it's just really short. But like just in general, like there's a hella sauce in here. Like it looks good.
That's crazy. I love that it's vertical video. I didn't realize you can do that here. Like
no, I know. Me neither.
This is crazy. I mean, it makes sense, right?
So it's like I actually want to do a project now since we could have vertical videos where it's like, have you seen my personal site?
No. Yeah.
Here,
feel free to load it up. Let's go.
Here, wait, hold on. I sent it in guest chat.
Yo, Tech Friend says hello. Ray X Bootoshi. That's what's going on, man.
What's up, Tech Friend? But like, look at my personal site. I just sent you. For
let me load it on your thing.
Just while it's like prompting, so you can check it out. It's the Bootoshi.ai.
Share screen or let's see.
You put it on yours because it has audio SFX.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, I see. Let me see if I can load this up real quick. It's the Bootoshi.ai, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the characters. I made them bigger now. Now they look better to scale. So it's going to fix all of them now. Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So all of this,
bro, this is fire.
So this is all a Claude one shot.
Wow.
So I gave Claude access to the Chrome tool because I was testing it, but I have like these GIFs of my characters talking. So now I'm like, okay, I want to use Remotion, right? Seeing like your work, I want to use Remotion. Yes. I want to use the storyboarding skill. I want to take my characters and my GIFs. I want to put it together, and I want to make like legit, like just TikTok like animations that I could just post of just like my two characters talking or like storyboard like that. Like that's possible with Remotion. That's like another answer I have to like I can't put that into VO3 and like get something that still matches my artistic style of the pixel because it'll like look messed up.
Yeah.
But something with Remotion and Nano Banana Gen and everything could like start stitching that together like pretty well, which is that's crazy to me. That's stupid.
Yeah. Dude, look at this, bro. Like now it's doing all the zooms for everything else. This is crazy. Oh, this is wild. So we're seeing it update in real time. And it's using the browser. That's insane, bro.
Yes.
Hey, Scott, how's it going? Aloha. Very cool. I feel it needs to be 16:9, not
Aloha.
vertical. Yeah, I think so too. Like for this type of
video,
you can
do
for
both.
sure.
I think you could do both.
Yeah. So Trendstar says, I just got in. Can someone fill me in? Love the web animations, actually. So we have a lot of sauce. Maybe Bootoshi, you can explain it so I'll walk through the code while people are like walk through the different areas as you explain.
I got you. Okay. So right now we are using a framework called Remotion, which allows you to edit videos, edit assets, stitch together videos, assets, SFX. Think of it as like a Premiere Pro, but in code. And because this video editor is in code, You could use coding agents like Claude Code or Cursor to stitch them together. Um, if you have existing assets, then it'll generate them together. And it's using this to generate the animations. But it's more like movement. If you're looking for intricate animations, like the SVG with animated parts, like maybe it could do this if you scale it up and then scale it down. But this is more so for general video editing. Like, for example, what you see on the screen is Ray's game, and Ray had existing assets, and he wants to create a promo trailer for it on Twitter. So he just posted all of this, ran the Remotion skill that the company dropped into Cursor, and it stitched together the assets, created a storyboard, and it's putting together this current animation all through code. So it's taking the assets, moving them. That ball arc you just saw, like, coded in. Stealing the ball from that person, that was coded in. Like, all the players running, everything here is coded in.
Right.
Is the point. And that's everything we worked on. So far, this took us 30 minutes.
Yeah, like 30 to 40 minutes, I think. Actually, we're almost at an hour. So like, I think an hour for because we're at 120. Yeah. So like, we're almost at an hour in. And yeah, I think we're doing. So yeah, I think it's capturing screenshots right now. So the cursor agent is basically looping around and capturing screenshots of this whole thing. Let's see how our context window is filling up, and it'll probably compress pretty soon. And so far it's cost us, let's see, like $12, right? To do this whole thing inside of Opus, inside of Cursor. So that's everything from research. The first one cost us a lot because we were researching how to like use 11 Labs sound effects API for Remotion. We're also researching like storyboarding techniques and kicking off multiple agents. So all of those things cost us $4 to $5 or something like that to do this type of research. And then now the actual implementation with all this code that's been running, this kind of ran autonomously for like over 10 minutes, I think, right? Like this whole task to actually implement the whole plan was really kind of, yeah.
You throw in prompts along the way.
Damn. Yo, this is crazy. Look at this video, bro.
Can we ask it at the very end? Someone pointed this out in chat. Look at the very last frame. So you could like move the timeline cursor in Remotion.
Yeah.
So you could like pause it and then move it yourself. But when he shoots the goal, he's shooting it vertically into the line.
Right.
But we could prompt it for like that last kick scene. So how I was doing this for Boot. So pause right there. That scene where he's like starting the kick and he's kicking forward. You could literally say something like, at the scene at 12 seconds in, when the person's kicking the ball, they're like kicking it straight in the field. We need to like rotate the field so the line is not vertical, the line is horizontal. And then it looks like it's actually kicking it from the middle. So that's like an example of just like live feedback we could give that we catch. And then it'll just get fixed.
Wow. See, if it fixes my line of character. Yeah, there's a lot of little things that we can get it to fix. That's cool. Could you export the video with transparent background to overlay your site? Ooh, that could be interesting, right? Yeah.
You could literally just ask it to export the video.
So I wanted to, I gave it a reference. I said, I want the characters to be this big. So I gave it your Bootoshi's like size, and it's like, okay, let's make them really big now. So like, cause I want them really big, like to take up the whole screen, you know? Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. Wow.
Wait, do I look like I'm lagging on the video?
Are you?
No. Or maybe it was just for that side.
I think it kind of goes in and out, but like I feel like the most intense storyboarding research was probably overkill for this video. It does not seem to be able to apply most of it. I think it helped with like the layout, or like if you don't really know how to lay out a story, I think that could be very helpful. But yeah, I feel like you can go much simpler, you know, because I think that a lot of stuff is baked in. For me, like the default story, if we didn't actually review what it was going to put out, would have been sort of boring. But like understanding that we should have, like I kind of knew intuitively because I've been producing content and we were both content creators, that you should put some of that stuff right to the front, like some of the action on all these little things. But like, to be honest, I don't really know, because there's a lot of different things that I wanted from this video. Like these techniques you see how it has to zoom in to these characters and get to some of this action shots. Like these are techniques from certain filmmakers that are currently, that is basically implementing here. And like, I don't know what it would have done without that. You know, it could have maybe done it, maybe not, or
we
maybe
also
not.
only have 15 seconds. So there's not many techniques you could fit into a 15-second video.
That's right. Yeah,
But like the thing with the storyboarding is now that research could be used for like anything in the future.
true.
Um,
Yeah,
it's like literally like it just becomes a skill, which is kind of crazy.
that's crazy. Oh, this is the debug one here, right? So here's the debug one that you're talking about. This is that grid with the
Oh, so
debug
there's the
stuff in it.
debug lines.
Yeah. So there's there's components. So we have like the ball arc one, and then we have like the goal explosion,
Oh,
and we have like the whip
oh,
pan.
sick.
Yeah. Here's the debug grid. Here's a field with players.
Debugger in.
So we can say like, that's pretty fire, bro.
It's
This
the
is
animated character.
this
That's
is
cool.
awesome.
I didn't know that. Trendstar said, wait, so is it playing the game and recording, or is it taking the separate assets with their different possible states and animating the assets themselves? The
Yes.
latter.
Yes.
It's taking the separate assets with their different possible states and animating the assets and stitching everything itself.
Mhm.
Did we get sound effects going?
Oh, not yet. Yeah, we got to tell about that. Yeah. Let's see. Our context window is stuffed. Like I got to do a compaction. So characters are now much bigger. You can see the Brockman teal and the approaching Daniela orange with the ball tackle sequence. Now they're taking up significant portion of the screen. Let me take a few more screenshots. So now it's doing some verification tasks. Damn, these are crazy. Yeah, I like the size of the characters.
You just kicked her in the pelvis, bro.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we got to tell it about the last scene here. So let's see. This is crazy, bro. So how do you export the video? What do you do to export the video?
I just prompt to export the video for me.
Oh, okay.
And maybe you can do it through the browser. I literally just asked for the export and it exported it for me.
Okay. Oh, I see. I see. So the character the past play sequence shows Altman blue and Dario orange are taking up significant. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Altman blue and Dario orange.
Fire. Thanks. Yeah. And to get this set up, all you have to do to begin with is start with the skill. So npx skills, just put that into the browser there. It's going to install for you, and then you just literally load up the skill file and start prompting what you want. Obviously, it's going to be helpful if you have some assets and stuff that are generated. But for me to generate my game assets, I use pixellab.ai. So Pixel Lab is one where you can just generate, various characters and stuff. It's an MCP, so you can probably generate cool pixel stuff. This is meant for video games, but I'm pretty sure you can, do some cool stuff like this. It'll have more consistency than sometimes Nano Banana just by itself, because unless you're really good at prompting Nano Banana. But you can generate like maps and scenes and environments. So like if I wanted to generate a cool environment for besides a soccer field, like it's somewhere else, this is probably a really good way to do that. This is crazy. Okay, so then the next, context for chat has been summarized. Okay, perfect. So one of the things we wanted to fix was the, compress, summarize.
They also said you can click the render button and export it from the browser.
Oh, okay. So from here, let's see. Let me refresh this here.
Yes, there should be maybe a file export.
File, render?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So now you can render it.
Whoa. Input, picture. Okay, render video. Let's see.
Adobe is cooked. Cooked.
This is crazy. Wait, so where's my video? How long does it take to render? It should take like 2 seconds, right? Render?
Look, it's starting a job. You can see it right there on the render on the right column.
Right column? Oh, over here. Got it. Oh, okay, got it. Okay, buffering. Yeah. Let's go. Okay, so here's where it's showing everything. Oh, maybe that's probably why my computer's lagging. I'm using up all the GPUs. Oh, I can send this. Okay, so now we're good. Let me open it. No way, bro. No way. Yo, this is crazy. Oh, it even has like the little recording button at the very top right. Dang. Wow. That's pretty fire. So yeah, we could say at the 11-second mark right here, or no, at the pure chaos. Yeah, like at the 13-second mark, it's kicking the goal in the wrong.
Yeah, it could be like 12-second.
Yeah.
We would explain that the field is the field picture needs to be rotated out of 12 seconds in, because like the player is kicking the ball through a vertical line instead of the line being horizontally in the middle. And like that should be enough for it to understand. It knows the layout of soccer.
Got it. Yeah. So I'm going to summarize the chat because we're pretty close to our context window. And I should probably open up a new chat just to do some of the tweaks on, and then just reference the other one. That's probably what I should have done. It's okay. I think that's what I'll
You
do.
could do like mini tweaks like that.
At Remotion Yeeball, I think. Yeeball. Oh, past chats. So at past chats. And then I could say Remotion. Okay, yeah. I want you to fix the kicking animation, or the soccer player is kicking ball in the wrong direction and towards our goal. I'll just give it this. That way it has like some of the different image references.
Yes, exactly. And then I should easily know to just, oh, okay, I'll just rotate the thing for you. Oh, the live stream stopped and then it started again. It's weird. Does it only do an hour max? Is that why?
Which one?
It restarted like somewhere in the middle for some reason, but that's fine.
Oh, for you or for
For me on X and on Twitch and YouTube. Mine got completely reset. I'm not sure if yours did, but
oh shoot. Mine's is still live. An hour ago.
No, we're still live. We're still live. It just started like a new post, which is weird, but there's no big deal.
Oh, that's weird. I think I'm still live. Live now. Live. Okay. Okay. We're still good.
Let me look at the agent transcript to understand what's being worked on. And then, so it doesn't put in the full, Cursor doesn't put in the full agent transcript. Does it do kind of RAG in a sense, or does it just let it grep? Have you seen that concept? Have you seen the super prompt concept? Or like turning a prompt into an environment and letting Claude grep it to solve it?
Oh, wow. No. That's crazy.
It's like pretty much like that's how I code now. Like all my coding, all my prompting is on my computer, like natively in the environment, and then I just yap, and Claude just finds what he needs to find on his stuff.
Yeah. Yo, thank you, Yasi, for the rendering tip. Yeah, that was super helpful, so that we can kind of click it. Yeah, that's amazing.
Beautiful.
So I think we should. So the code is using direction north, but the direction should be west. Make sure to click towards. Okay, so this is now fixing itself. And I give it a new context window. So yeah, so far this technically has cost me $15, in terms of like research and all this other stuff. And so it shouldn't cost me that as much next time, because I did a lot of research and I did a lot of extra stuff to generate these things. And I feel like now that I have the Remotion kind of basis here for these, and we got to add sound effects, right? A lot of these tools that I also generated a sound effects tool. We also got to add some other stuff too to make it much more like, like basically make it pop more. Yeah. Right. Is this better? Mm-hmm. Is it better in anti-gravity? I don't know if I can get this type of control in anti-gravity, to be honest.
Anti-gravity sucks.
Verify the web.
Something in my throat.
Yeah. So now it's going to try to rerun the script here. Let's see. Cool. It's going to build everything. Awesome. This is funny because I've had this issue with rotating camera. If I turn a character for the camera shoot too, it would be interesting to see how Claude handles it. Yeah, we'll see. Final goal. That's crazy. Okay, so here's the changes. So all I have to do is now refresh here, I think, right? So let's see if it makes those changes. Let's see. Boom. Okay. this it's like a fight scene, huh? Damn.
Yeah, you just rouse kicks him, bro.
How do I? Okay. Can we verify browser? Okay.
Just said, what is the main value, the skill that comes with it? What was released today? Specifically, Remotion, the company that made the framework we could code with, dropped the skill. And since it came from Remotion, well, Remotion knows Remotion best. And they distilled their expertise into a skill for people like us who don't know how to use Remotion to use Remotion.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Yeah.
The entire world is a markdown file now. Your skill is a markdown file. Just know that.
That's facts, though. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of true. Let's see. Oh, it locked the browser. Good. The browser is locked. Now let me click the jump beginning. Dang, bro. It's like, this is itself is like, good now, frame 0. Let me take the screenshot and see the video at the beginning. So now I'm basically just telling cursor to test itself, 3001. Let's see. I think, yeah, let me see. This should be, I thought I fixed it. Maybe I thought it re-rendered. Let's see. Yeah, so in 13 seconds in, so I can see run MCP, take browser screenshot. Okay. Which is the goal sequence. Okay. So now it's basically just doing some analysis there on the video. Okay.
Dude, have you seen this AgentCraft thing?
Which one's that?
The World of Warcraft, or the Warcraft 3. So just look in guest chat. I sent you a Twitter link.
Whoa.
Or
Okay.
X-link. Just like pull that up real quick. Sorry, I'm just like ADHD distracted while it's
Let's
prompting.
go. Let's go.
But like pull it up on screen because it's like crazy interface.
Whoa. Oh, yes. So this is literally just an actual agent, like an AI agent, but it's telling you the status of what's going on.
It's a front end. It's an interface.
Haiku super.
So the whole thing is an interface.
Edit. Oh, the hooks.json. It's looking at it's like cursor, but World of Warcraft. Yo,
yeah, this is crazy, bro.
This is insane.
So cool.
Wait, first invites dropping this weekend? Oh my God, this guy cooked. This guy cooked.
Yeah, he's cooking.
And yes, that's Fog of War. Oh, what? Tokens, health bars, remain context. Oh my God. Bro. The real one's even better. I'll share it later. Wow. Make a PvP in the roadmap. No way, bro.
PvP.
Oh,
he's just making a game at this point.
Holy. Commenting to see more of this. Yes, bro. You got to. Like it. For the algo. Dude, who is this guy? This guy is fire, bro. The AI lead MCPUI.dev. Sheesh. My entire childhood has led me to this moment. I built AgentCraft. Orchestrate your agents with your favorite RTS interface. No way.
Oh, it's sick, right?
What is he doing? He is a beast. So each of these are session chats. He's clicking like an orc or something, and it gives him like the chat of what's going on. So you can tell
each of the orcs are an agent.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
I know, it's crazy.
Bro, it was. Millennial gamers are the best prepared for agentic work. They've been training for 25 years. Oh my God, bro. This is our era. What the hell?
I'm saying, bro, people are like, all my hours put into StarCraft.
Wow.
Warcraft 3. Factorio.
Oh.
Fantastic.
What about Dota? Oh my God.
I haven't played Dota. Wow. I did play League, but I don't think League is the same.
What? Yo, if you got agents like this, bro, this is going to be bonkers. Yep.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to have an interface like that, bro.
Yes.
Slowly but surely.
Oh my goodness, bro. This guy cooks. Absolute. Wow. Bonkers. All right, let's see what's happening here. Oh, let's resume.
Fuck, I might make Bootcraft with my characters and do like pixel gen and stuff. That'd be fun.
Yeah. The key stepped one frame. Okay, let me see. It's like stepping through the frames. Oh. Let's see. Can I
gotta make that now, actually. It just came in my head. It's not going away.
Yeah.
I do have to go and get
cool.
and get lunch and eat and then side quest later.
Okay.
But yeah, that was all of the agent skill. I like this first result. That's sick.
Yeah.
What do you think so far?
I think it's kind of crazy. I didn't really think I would be able to, like, I just had no clue, no expectation, right? Like, I didn't really think that we'd be able to, like, take my existing soccer game and generate a story from it. But I think it's a cool idea because whenever you have elements in your UI, you can make stories from them. And you can, like, do types of things like, because it's already in your code. So all it is just pulling it out and it just writes code for these different types of things. So like, here's the character that's doing the kick. You know, here's the one that's just doing running. Here's like a whip pan. So like, it's taking these different things that are already there and just kind of putting them together as a story. And I think you can tell stories with your apps, and I think it's going to be a cool trend because people aren't really like that. Like they're just trying to figure out what this is, and that's what we're doing right now. And it didn't really take that long, to be honest. Like I kind of went extra, but like Bootoshi, for those who are wondering, is like his videos are starting to go viral now. Because like other YouTubers are now making videos on his video. Like this one right now has like 211,000 views. And if I refresh, it probably has already like 300K probably by now. Yeah, 212. Yeah. And so this was generated in like less than 5 prompts because he already had like 100 assets for those characters. And Remotion figured out how to put them together in this type of cool format. And then Nano Banana drew the background for this type of thing. And so you can see like how quickly all you have to do is just load the skill. So NPX skills add Remotion dev skills. Once you get that installed, you just call it and say, I want to, like, I think your first prompt was just saying that you want to like do some type of layout and some type of, or what did you exactly tell it?
I wanted to showcase.
Oh, showcase. Nice.
That's all. I wanted to showcase one of my characters. And then it did some edits. It did like like back to back, like just like one at a time kind of slideshow. I was like, nah, I want something more fun. And I was like, what if it's like a slot machine? Or like, what if it's like pulling cards or whatever?
Got it. That's a cool idea.
And then it makes like stuff to showcase all of the things, like showcase original assets. So like, this is great if you have existing assets and like you want to show those specific things. Like you have a game, you want those game assets. Because I think current video gens are not so good. Like I can't put my like these characters specifically. I'm not putting that in VO and getting like my specific like characters back. To like showcase like that,
Yeah, it'd be too much.
But like prompting. I can get Claude to like use Nano Banana to like move them a bit, and then use Remotion to like stitch them together, or like do storyboards like that.
Wow.
But like this is all so new. Like we're barely discovering this. No one really knows anything.
Right. Yes.
I know I memed about like being ahead, but there's so many things that go on. Like, bro, I'll never be ahead because I wake up the next day and there's like 10 new things that came out. And then I gotta like check out. Like,
and what he did,
that's the point we're at.
He added an extra prompt to use the sound effects that generate from 11 Labs. So when you do that, Claude's like, cool, I know an API how to use it. Let me do this. Check this out. That's all music from 11 Labs. And it's following the beat. And he told it to follow the beat of the actual thing. So I
asked it to make its own BPM and follow its own BPM.
That's crazy.
What's crazy to me is like you see like the slot effect like while it's running.
Yes,
like I don't know how it got it perfectly. Like it got just the SFX like perfectly all across the board, which is like bizarre to me. Because when I jump 11 Labs, there's like a half second where there's like no audio, or like it takes an audio to get to it. But whatever prompt or settings that Claude used on its own with the CLI tool I made for SFX, like perfect, which is crazy.
So crazy. So yeah, you can go crazy. There's like Pixel Lab, which I use to generate some of my characters for my game, like Yeeball and stuff like that. And this is just like we said, we're scratching the surface. So for anyone who's like trying to figure this stuff out, like I encourage you to play, because you saw the way that I prompted, which is very different from the way Bootoshi was prompting. And
we're actually very polar opposite prompts, man. Like for everyone that came in Ray and didn't see like my specific prompts, mine was like 2 sentences, and then Ray did the whole like storyboarding and then like the engineering. And I just said stuff.
Yeah. So we'll see. And this is all referencing Claude skills. We also got to check out the latest version of Cursor 2.4, which has like these new parallel agents that can run for us, do the research. It does a really cool job of like kind of tying all the stuff together. Cursor has also like a browser that's built in, just like Claude Code does too. Claude Code, you can do -- Chrome to run it in like a headless or a new browser, and they can do that feedback loop as well, doing those calls. So Bootoshi, thank you so much for popping onto the stream and kind of getting us started with this, because I'm about to go. I don't think the rest of the day, I'm just going to spend all day with this stuff and stuff. It's going to be insane. So hopefully I'll have a finished video I can publish to Twitter with some sound effects and some cooler looking transitions and stuff like that, because this is about to be crazy. Yeah.
No, but that was sick. Thanks for letting me on stream. I'm wanting to get back into content and streaming, so this was great. Just follow me on Twitter at King Bootoshi, and I'll just be posting more stuff. That's pretty much it. I also have YouTube, but I haven't posted yet, but we'll see. Maybe with Remotion, I'll just fully automate my video pipeline. That's the goal.
There you go.
So I'll be working on that.
Yeah, King Bootoshi, if you're on X, definitely a must follow. This kid absolutely cooks, as you can see, and it's it's going viral for a reason, and we have him here live, folks. So it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Maybe you got like $5 on your API costs, and I think you're all good to go. Peace out, y'all.
There's $1 million waiting in a prompt. You just got to find it. You just got to type the right string of words. Okay. Bye, y'all. Thank you.
All right, peace out. Yo.